Hi, I'm David with Stinger Equipment, and this is part 2 of a video training series designed to train new operators on the controls of the Gateway Applicator. First, let's start with the engine controls. To start the engine, go ahead and turn on the fuel by moving the fuel lever forward. Let's engage the choke by moving the choke lever to the rear. If the engine was already warm or it's warm outside, the choke may not be needed. Let's go ahead and set the throttle position, push it all the way forward, pull it back about an inch. If you're going to use a recoil, turn the key to the on position, pull slightly until you feel resistance, then give it a tug. Once the engine starts, slowly let the cord wind back into the starter so you don't damage the starter. If you're going to use the electric start, go ahead and turn the key to the start position and hold it until it starts. Once it starts, either using the recoil or the electric start, as it warms up, slowly disengage the choke. Now that the engine is warmed up, you can move the throttle to whatever your desired engine speed is. To turn off the engine, in an emergency, just turn the key off. But under normal conditions, go ahead and take your throttle, slowly move it forward to the low idle position, allow it to idle for 1 or 2 seconds, and then turn the key off. Let me demonstrate how to power on the controls. Turn the key to the on position and the controls will power up. When the control first turns on, it starts in a standby mode, as shown here. To turn on the control further, go ahead and hit the 2 outside buttons on the thumb switches, or press the 2 outside buttons on the control panel. I'll go ahead and press them, and the control will turn on. To turn off the control, turn the key back to the off position, and the control will power down, but wait until everything stops blinking if you were to turn it back on. The controls on the Gateway Applicator also have indicator lights. I'll go ahead and turn them on manually in the startup mode by pressing the 2 outside arrow buttons. We have a Bluetooth to show Bluetooth connectivity. We have a battery to show low battery or any charging errors. We have a low oil indicator if the engine's low on oil. We have an auxiliary button, the parking brake indicator, and any service maintenance that's required. These are the indicator lights on the Gateway. The parking brake is electronic. The parking brake is currently on as indicated by the light. To turn off the parking brake, go ahead and press and hold the button just above the parking brake light, and the brake will turn off. To turn the brake back on, go ahead and press and hold the same button, and the brake will turn on. The brake is automatic in such that when you turn the engine off, the brake will automatically set. If the operator was to forget to turn off the brake and they drive through it, the brake would automatically release. Now let me review the dashboard controls and thumb switches. The thumb switches allow the operator to turn applications on and off instantly without having to move your hands from the steering controls. Simply tap and release the thumb switch button to turn the application on or off at any time. The red button always functions as an on and off, while the yellow button is always on and off, except for some special functions to be discussed in the cleaning and spread and spray training videos. Next, we have 3 primary controls. There's the spray button, there's the spread button, and the trim button. To turn the spray on and off, select spray and the LED light will come on. For the spread, select spread and the spread is engaged and the LED light will come on. The center button is a trimmed button. This will do applications in the narrow mode. Select the middle button, it'll go to wide, back to narrow, or select right and left. This will shift your spray or spread pattern, or both at the same time, instantly with a single button press. The center display shows the speed in miles per hour, the hopper gate opening, the impeller speed, and the spray pressure. The control panel is also broken out symmetrically, with all the spray controls on the right side and all the spread controls on the left side. To show the spray rate, go ahead and select the spray rate button, and it'll be displayed here. To show the spread rate, select the spread rate button. It'll be displayed here. To check your presets or what program you're running, go ahead and select the preset button. We're running program 1. And on the spreader, go ahead and set the preset, and we're running program 1. The presets are used to set multiple spray rates, spray widths, spread widths. Basically configure the machine exactly how you want it for different products or different scenarios. For new operators, we recommend only setting 1 preset so it makes it simple. As their experience increases, you can set a 2nd or 3rd preset for different scenarios. On the far left, we have the vibrator button. We can turn the vibrator on and off manually. But the vibrator automatically comes on anytime the spreader is delivering material and automatically turns off anytime it stops. A second function of the vibrator button, when you press and hold it for up to 5 seconds, the fertilizer gates will open fully. And then the yellow button is, you can press it to cycle the gates open and closed. This second function is the clean out function for the hopper. It allows you to clean the gates and get any fertilizer buildup out of the slide mechanism. On the far right, we have the tank agitation button. This enables tank agitation and used when applying wettable powders. This will be covered in the spraying wettable powders training video. To turn on tank agitation, just press it. The tank will start mixing, and select it again, and it stops. Now let me demonstrate the basic operation of the controls. If I want to spread, I'll select spread, and it's highlighted and it's now armed. If I want to spray, I'll select it, and then it's now armed. With the lights solid, it's in what we call a standby mode. To go ahead and turn it on, we'll select either one of the thumb switches with one tap, and the lights will begin to blink. It is now active. As soon as the machine starts moving, it will spread and spray, and as soon as the machine stops, it will stop. To stop it from spreading and spraying while driving, just tap the button again, and now it goes back to standby, where it's waiting for you to tap it again to turn it on. So use your thumb switches to turn the spread and spray on and off while driving. Now that you're familiar with the controls on the Gateway Applicator, now it's time to go out and practice. Put water in the spray tank and empty out the fertilizer hopper. Drive around, turn the spray and spread on and off. Observe the speed changes and how the spray rate changes and how the gates open and close. Make sharp turns and observe the turn compensation for the spreader and the sprayer. Go out and practice, and once you're comfortable with the machine, it's time to move on to the next video.